Trumpets is really known for their blockbuster musicals. You know, Joseph the Dreamer ran for 10 years and really played to different generations. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was really ahead of its time. Before all these fantaserias happened on television, it was really The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe that began. But what people don't know is that Trumpets is also known for the fact that it's doing original musicals. And because you do original musicals, the time to create one takes more.
When sitting on the piano, that's where I try to come up with lush melodies, especially if you're thinking flight or Christmas. You gotta come up with melodies that sort of soar and have a feel-good feeling. So it needs to feel good on my fingers. If I sing the melody, it has to feel good. And on top of that, match the lyrics and the objective and the scene.
We always have to look for material that we feel is going to be very entertaining, that has a nice message, because after all, Trumpets always has to have some kind of godly message. The more time you spend creating something, the more beautiful it comes out later on. And so we're ready. We've got a wonderful musical called The Bluebird of Happiness.
Well, on the surface, I suppose it is about two children's search for happiness. Obviously, they go from place to place. They look for happiness in the past, they look for happiness in the present, they look for happiness in the future. And one day they get visited by a strange woman who tells them that to learn the secret of happiness, they would have to find the Bluebird of Happiness.
This fairy type character says, you better go look for the Bluebird of Happiness or you won't find happiness. You only have till dawn to look for it. And therefore begins their adventure. Bluebird is almost the same in the sense that these kids are looking for something and they go to all these adventures and meet all these interesting, fabulous characters. They go through danger and adventure, and in the end, and this is the beautiful thing about it, they find out that the happiness that they were looking for, the Bluebird, was there in their home all along. We thought that it would be a nice theme because nowadays people don't know what will make them happy anymore. I mean, we seek for many things, material things, adventure, I don't know, we do crazy stuff just to find happiness. And sometimes we forget what the essential is. And so that's the basic message.
Well, it's got all the ingredients, doesn't it? First of all, it's got a very, very important message. It is a story of children, so there's a lot, so we know it's an optimistic musical. We know there's a sense of innocence about it. There's a sense of excitement. There's a sense of fantasy. I've always thought that innocence, optimism, excitement, fantasy, those were all trademarks of Trumpets musicals. And I think that's what makes it special.
I guess working with a fully Filipino cast and creative team, there is two things. You have the Filipino mentality. Having experienced a lot of things in living in the same country, your ideas are all in the same direction, and usually they're all in the direction of making things better, making the show better, and because you're all on the same page, there's a sincere, let's say, care for looking out for the production and a sense of pride that comes with that. I think it's an incredible honor to be working with such a great creative team, working with Jaime Mundo and Mio and Juan Faustino, and it's an incredible honor to be part of the major comeback of Trumpets.
I mean, as we all know, the kids are stand-ins for ourselves, aren't they? I mean, it's everyone in this world, everyone that we know is actually looking for happiness in one form or another. And we all have our own personal journeys. And through this musical, we hope that the audience gets to see themselves reflected in the lives of Mittel and Tiltil.
And what's so wonderful about trumpet shows is we always look for the eternal thing that you take home. It's not just a wonderful feeling of having seen a wonderful show, but you take home with you a certain truth that you can apply in life. Kids nowadays really don't know where happiness is anymore. So if they are just able to understand and see that, they'll take more than just a good time in the theater. They'll be able to appreciate home more.